Today on the channel from Mattel Elite Greatest Hits Series 2, we got the King of Wrestling. We've got Harley Race.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite Greatest Hits Series 2 unboxing and review. And today we've got the King of Wrestling himself. We got the late great Harley Race. But for all your Harley Race needs and a whole lot more, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And Greatest Hits Series 2, of course, up at Ringside Collectibles. And King Harley Race, has there ever been a more controversial elite? Well, yeah, there has been. Chief Jay Strongbow, for one. But man, oh man, Harley Race anxiety right before COVID, of course. We've talked about it before. The cancellation of the flashback figure, and I guess I'll grab that right here. Is this thing hot garbage now? Should I just throw this in the garbage going forward? This is the old flashback Harley Race. I've told the story before. I found it just on a business trip on a whim. Didn't think anything of it. They had started to hit stores, grabbed it off the shelf, went on my way, and then about a week later, all of a sudden, these are really rare. These are rare. Then Harley hysteria was born. And I do think with the lead-in into COVID, and we all remember people had a little extra funds during COVID, figures were flying off the shelf with those extra funds. Harley kind of started that. And still to this day, I do get a little bit concerned when some action figure lines, like the WWE Superstars, for example, are Walmart exclusive, and Walmarts aren't getting them. It's just a little of that Harley hysteria still hanging around there. But did get the old school Harley Race. Now, for everyone that missed out on that one for whatever reason, you got a second chance around the sun here with Harley Race. And definitely a figure that needs a second run. I am here for it. I do gotta say, though, I wish they would have done something a little bit different here, because we know how popular that figure was. And I should say, it's popular because it's rare. There is not a lot of Harley Race fans running around in this day and age, let's be honest. I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Harley Race country. When Harley retired, not far from here, he had a wrestling league. His independent wrestling league was in my area a lot. He was also on a ton of independent shows in my area. My buddy ran a lot of those shows, still runs them to this day, and Harley would be a guest of honor. And I saw Harley many times over the years, had many a chat with Harley Race over the years. So he's a little bit more special to me than maybe some other people out there, and I get that. And Harley Race, if he was still around, we'd say Harley Race, good friend of the channel, because like I said, I met him a few times, and he was always a nice guy to me. So Harley, definitely getting his flowers, definitely getting re-released again. And I'm not saying when they change it up, I'm not saying give me the NWA Harley Race before he was king. I want that figure. I hope we can get that figure from Mattel. It leads to believe if they can get this one back out there, we could get a new Harley Race or a Build-A-Figure manager for Vader. I would love to see that Harley Race as well. But the difference I would have liked to seen on this Harley Race, I would have liked to seen a cloth cape instead of this plastic cape. Give it just a little bit of a change. You know how valuable the prior one was. Let's give a little bit of a twist on it there. That's what I would have liked to see, but I'm sure people would have complained either way. I totally do get that. But I'm going to stand by the fact that a lot of people wanted Harley Race just because he was rare, not because they were a longtime fan of Harley Race. Not even a lot of people that got that figure probably, well, I never even seen a Harley Race match, but it's really rare. That just seems weird to me, but it is what it is. That is collecting, really, at the end of the day. But, of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We'll do some comparisons later on, so stay tuned for that as well. But there he is, the old King of Wrestling, Harley Race. Later years Harley Race, of course, end of his career Harley Race. Definitely didn't strike me as a game changer when I was a little kid. I remember coming in to wrestling, you know, the tail end of Harley's career, and that was my first experience with Harley. So it wasn't until later on, trading tapes and getting tapes at my local stores, things like that, to see the prior incarnations of Harley Race and getting a little bit more respect for the Harley Race persona and all that kind of stuff. But definitely an interesting character over the years in wrestling. One of the all-time legends. A lot of people, he's on their Mount Rushmore, and that's the thing about Mount Rushmores. As the years go by, guys like Harley Race, they get, oh, you know, Roman Reigns is better than Harley Race. Well, I get it. You can say that, but totally different styles, totally different eras, totally different, like, business, really, at the end of the day. But Harley Race, no doubt about it, from his time, one of the all-time greats, and all the legends would tell you the same thing. And Harley would tell you the same thing as well, but definitely looking good here. Harley, of course, in his King persona, King Harley Race. There he is with the old crown, WWE Elite Greatest Hits. Harley looking only like a Harley race could look, unless he was in the Flashback series, but he's also in the Greatest Hits series, as we're seeing right here. Elite logo, King Harley race, certified authentic, true effects, elite, all the fun stuff. And then we're playing all the hits on the back. We got the big cross sell. Of course, we're unboxing every single one of these on the channel. Check out all the reviews. Then we're going to rank the entire way from my least favorite to my favorite. You don't want to miss that either, so make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Got the blurb, got the tail of the tape, got Harley in all of his glory right there. Let's see what it says about our old friend. Harley race from Kansas City, Missouri. Beautiful this time of year. I'm down in Kansas City probably every 6 weeks or so. Love a good trip to Kansas City. You guys see it on my figure hunts all the time. Height 6'1", weight 253 pounds. Finisher, the diving headbutt. Career highlights, WWE Hall of Fame inductee. I guess that's all they're probably going to put on a WWE product, but a lot more than that, as we do know. Perhaps the toughest man to ever lace up a pair of boots, the King was crowned after winning the King of the Ring tournament in 1986. Never forget, never forget. But the Harley race hysteria is over. Everybody can get a Harley race if they want one now. There goes. See you later, Harley. There he is, old Harley out of the package. Or in the plastic prison first, I guess. There he is. And it doesn't look to be a lot of difference. This kind of reminds me of the DDP from this series, as there is not a ton of difference between the two. From where I sit, as you guys know at this table right here. Uh-oh, well, get it out one way or the other. See you later. We're locked in. We got a little plastic on the feet. See you later. Goodbye. All right, Harley hysteria once again. And we got some stuff in the crown. What do we got here? It's been so long since I unboxed the other one. We got a little plastic wrap around the crown and the inside there. I'm sure that helps him stay on his head. Yeah, it's exactly why. Because this crown doesn't fit the best. It's just kind of weird. Harley, he's kind of got that afro going on. Just kind of sits on top of the hair, and that's kind of how it is here. It's got a little bit of an indentation there, so you can make it work, but it is definitely a crown, a beautiful crown. Nice purple color, got the jewels on it, looking really nice. You can see the white fur. It's supposed to be fur, as we do know, but looking good. Harley's crown, of course. We do get 2 Fists of Fury Harley race. Got to throw some fists. Of course, the prior version of Harley did not come with fists. It just came with the gripping hands, I believe. Yes, the 2 gripping hands. And speaking of that Harley, I'm going to put that one right here for when we compare it here in a little bit. And we do got more wrappings around this Harley as well. So we got the hands, we got the crown. What do we got? We got all kinds of stuff going on. So he's got a little plastic. All right, let me cut this out. He's got a little rubber band around his hands here. Not sure exactly what that was for. I guess just to keep everything together. I don't know. But we got that going on. And then looks like we got tape in the back. And there we go. So we got some tape there. I don't know what's going on there. We do got some tape, but we do got the cape, like I said. I love a good cape. You guys know I'm the champion of capes. Anybody like a cape more than me? I don't think so. I love cape season. I love Lando Calrissian. Cape season year-round event. And Harley race, a guy, a true trendsetter, a guy way ahead of his time with old cape season. And that's what we have right here. A very regal cape. Love the plastic clasps here to clasp it. Really a touch of class right there. And then, of course, you do get the white, the purple, the black dots around it. Just a very regal-looking cape for old Harley race. And I'm going to compare it to the 2 here. Tell you what, identical. I don't see any differences down to even the paint. So I would have liked to see just something a little bit different. I get why they didn't, but man, I really would have liked to see just a little bit of difference there. But nothing. Same cape, same thing going on, same crown going on. So far, the only difference is the 2 different hands. But we know there's more differences than that. Of course, we get down to the articulation on him, and we get the double-jointed elbows. The double-jointed pinless joints on this one is the big difference between the prior Walmart edition. And the arms, of course, going to go all the way around. Very nice tight joints on this. Bicep cut, double-jointed pinless elbows, playing the hits right there. Hands back, forth, side to side. Hands removable. I'm going to put the fists on this one, make it a point of difference, as little as it may be between the 2 figures. Then we got old Harley here. We got the ab crunch. We got the waist articulation. Those big old Harley race splits. You guys know all about that. Did I ever tell you about the time? Here's a great Harley story. We were in, I believe it was Humboldt, Iowa. Shout out to Humboldt. Pasquale's Pizza, all local pizzeria. But there was an indie show, and it was a Friday night. And I said, yeah, I'll come up to the show. So I made the drive up to Humboldt, Iowa, and Harley Race was going to be a part of the show. And my buddy, the promoter, said, well, Harley's going to be late, apparently. And I don't think Harley had a cell phone at the time. I don't know what exactly the story was. But the independent wrestling show was at like a racetrack, like a little county racetrack. You guys have probably seen them before. And the ring was kind of in the middle of the track, and then the grandstands where everybody was sitting and watching the wrestling matches down below. And then there's chairs down on the ground and stuff like that. Your typical indie outside wrestling show. And the matches were going on, everything. Harley was supposed to be there. Unfortunately, Harley was late because of whatever reason. Well, all of a sudden, the gates to the track open up, and here comes an avalanche. Was it Ford Avalanche? Is that what it was? I can't remember who made the avalanche. But you know the avalanche pickup truck. All of a sudden, here comes Harley in. He drove himself right up to the ring and got out. And a match was going on at the time. He just didn't care. The match is going on, and everybody's like, what is this car driving into the field? What is going on? What is this truck doing? Pulls right up. Here's the ring right here. Here's Harley driving up. Harley parks right here off of where the wrestlers were walking through. He didn't care. He gets out, and he had some handler with him or something. He's smoking a cigarette. Just walks over to the gimmick table there and sat down and started selling his wares, I guess. But right in the middle, quite the entrance for old Harley Race. One of the many times I got to meet Harley Race over the years. Good times, great times, great times. But all the usual articulation, bells and whistles of Mattel Elite in the greatest hits line here. I love the pinless joints. Love the tattoos on Harley, of course. Not a lot of detail to them, but they're your old grandpa style tattoos. My grandpa had some when he was still alive. Like he was in the, the Marine tattoos, things like that. Harley's got a little of that feel going on, like a tough grandpa, really. I do got some ink spots on his face there. I'm going to have to get some acetone and clean that off very carefully, as it looks like he's got a bruised cheek. Maybe he took a wild punch from Terry Funk along the way. I'm not exactly sure. He does got the purple knee pads. You got the little crown on the boots. You got the gold laces. Definitely the king of wrestling. Of course, that iconic on his butt. You got that crown there on his trunks. He's got kind of that beer barrel chest, the barrel-chested thing. The guy that drinks beer up and down the roads. Harley Race really signifies that body style, really, in a lot of ways. But a good figure, a great figure, on all honesty. I love Harley Race. Love to have this figure back out there. I would have liked to seen a tweak or two, but I totally understand why it wasn't done. I get it, but I still would have liked to seen a soft cape, and I will probably invest in a soft cape for this Harley Race, just to make it feel a little bit different. So I'll have some different fists on it. Maybe I'll have him holding the crown, and then I'll have a soft cape on him. I think we're going to try to mix it up. So stay tuned. Make sure you follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. I will get some pictures of the soft cape when I do get one, so stay tuned for that in the future. But let me know your thoughts on this Harley Race. Were you part of Harley hysteria? Were you one of the ones that wanted Harley Race but didn't know anything about Harley Race? Were you one that really wanted it that missed out? I gotta think there's a lot of Harley Race fans. Come on, help me out, Harley Race fans. There's gotta be a lot of people that want this because it is Harley Race. They don't care about the value. I'm hoping that's the case out there, that some people will really appreciate this Harley Race in their collection, because a true legend of wrestling deserves to be in everybody's collection, if you ask me. But let me know your thoughts on this Harley Race Greatest Hits figure. Of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We got videos every single day, and then some, and then some. And we got even more content for you over on Patreon. We got a monthly Q&A where I can tell all the stories in the world in the Q&A in a safe environment, But we do have a Patreon exclusive monthly Q&A. We got bonus content over there, early access to videos, dog stuff, pizza reviews, you name it. There is a ton of stuff on the Patreon channel, and best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget about social media. Once again, SirPaul64 over there on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the great King Harley Race, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.